Hello, my name is Paul. I live in the Powderhorn neighborhood. I live about a block away from Powderhorn. Um, and I'm a libertarian, so I'm kind of like just kind of trying to seek the truth, but also not put myself in harm's way. I'm not going into a protest or anything like that. I just want to deal with the facts and just kind of show you everything as it develops as I can. I have the next 3 weeks off, so I'm hoping to maybe clear up some of the fact-checking stuff, as well as I can, or even get out in front of propaganda before it comes out. So again, I don't do videos at all, and I honestly hate talking. So this is going to be actually very interesting. But I am a part of the Libertarian Party of Minnesota. I'm a paying member. With that said, this is my, like, I'm not doing this with them yet. I kind of haven't asked them or anything like that. I'm doing this completely independently at all. Because you know what? Liberty means the truth. And the truth don't matter if it hurts your feelings, and facts don't care. So, I'm going to take you around Powderhorn, just kind of show you some stuff as I see it, and then we'll go from there. Alright. And again, I suck at talking, so bear with me. Alright, so I'm at the corner here. This is where the big, like, the picture of that the picture of the protest where there were lots of people gathering in the park, that was actually this area. As you can see, I'm not seeing any littering at all. There's a stroller over there, but that could be apartment stuff. I do see signs around. From what I see, it's not anything like too crazy, but we're gonna show everything. I took pictures of stuff too, that I'm also gonna be posting. So here's one of the signs I see. Walk over here, and of course there's gonna be like propaganda, right? There's propaganda everywhere with all these types of things, and that's kind of why I want to do this. So, here's a block. Says "Get the fuck out of Minneapolis," and it's nice. So that's kind of artsy shit, I guess. Let's keep going here. I'm just walking the perimeter, and I don't want to get anyone kind of in this footage. I just kind of want to make my own opinions and just show kind of the facts. So here we're coming up on a telephone pole with propaganda on it. But, and again, I have pictures. Know your rights. See, nothing crazy. Like, nothing blood-soakingly, nothing nuts. Just, in my, it's covered under free speech. I might not agree with it, but, what are you gonna do? Keep going here, coming up on another propaganda pole. This one's a little bit more, I want to say, grotesque. I mean, everyone has their own opinion about things, so, I'm going to decide to wait for the court system to do its job and to make a ruling before I jump to conclusions. In the immediate aftermath, I did jump to conclusions, and, you know, as we should, because, you know, it was a kind of a emotional thing. But now that the emotions passed, I wanted to see this and just kind of wait for the law and be the voice of liberty, if that makes sense. Be the voice of reason, be the voice of law, be the voice of truth. Because you know what? I say it a lot, it's time for me to step up. So here's some more propaganda. Of course. Here too. Trash seems to be picked up, so that's cool. That's good. Someone lost their shoe. Normal things to me, man. Other than obviously this propaganda that we're seeing on the polls here. So Powderhorn's actually the park that I run around. The base of the park here, and I'll show you guys it, I guess, is actually a mile. So it was perfect for me when I started to quit smoking to just come here, because I'm literally a block away. So I'd come here on lunch and I would just run, you know, and it was so impactful for helping me quit smoking. But I digress. I get off my soapbox. Here again is more propaganda and stuff. There's a pink thing on this tree that says fuck ice, so I'm gonna go up, get close to that. I got pictures of all this too, but I figured video wouldn't hurt. Alright, so yeah, fuck ice. Whatever your opinion is on it, it is fine because it is covered under the First Amendment. I might not have to agree with you, however, I do have to agree with that is your right. That's kind of the point, right? If we don't stick to the Constitution, why? And I don't want to run down that road. I really don't want to be a voice because I don't talk well in public, and I'm an introvert. So again, bear with me because you're probably picking that up. But we're just going down. So here's the lake that I run around. Or well, there's a lake and then there's more. But this whole loop is 1 mile. Like, yeah, when I was quitting smoking, it was a godsend that I had this park. Because, like I said, I just come down here at lunch. Here's, you know, someone's sign that someone left. And it says we love immigrants. Again, I might not agree with the politics, but alright, so and then this is the hill that I saw a couple videos on, like people were sliding down there and stuff like that. Actually, forget. We're just gonna go. Alright, bear with me, guys. One moment. Oh, I'm old. Okay, I'm way too old for this. And too out of shape. Okay, I'm gonna get up. Where did my water bottle go? Oh, there's a red streak. Wonder if that's spray paint. It must be spray paint. I'm gonna get him the benefit of the doubt. Alright, time to go find that water bottle. Alright, here it is. Grab that quick. Alright, so got more signs over here. Let's get that quick. And the back one actually says something different. So, and I think it's the same one over by the I'm out of breath. Fuck, I need to exercise. I'm getting fat. Oh shit. Damn it. Okay, but anyway, I think that was the same sign that we saw over on kind of the perimeter around there. I mean, that's the main stuff. Like, I'm gonna keep recording just because, just in case somebody wants to see everything. Or, well, not everything, but like the whole park, and why not, right? Why not kind of give you an idea of shit what I run around every night, right? So, oh, look at this. It's a Halloween carnival, November 1st. I think that passed. I mean, I'm not seeing anything like broken or like property damage or anything like that, which is an awesome sign. I do not like to see my neighborhood getting torn down. So. And I stayed in this weekend because I went through the whole George Floyd stuff and it brought back stuff. So, and I just didn't want to be involved in anything, but from my seeing, it's like, yeah, there was some dipshits and, you know, the stuff at the hotel and it was bad and stuff. But you just kind of have to fact check what you can, you know, and make sure that it's just like the truth, you know. So one thing that this is not something that I like, but we do have a trans flag bench. Again, that doesn't support my views. However, that is okay. You do not have to agree with me to live in the same country. Like, what the fuck? You know, so. Not crazy, don't see no helicopters out today, so that's good. My guess is everyone's at work, or at least like, yeah. With that said, I haven't seen any triggering news clips or anything like that this morning. I just kind of woke up, read the Declaration of Independence, by the way, which I did post as well. It just kind of remind me of what liberty means. So, and to each their own, whatever way you think, you know, everyone has their opinions. As long as you are not causing harm to other people. And you're of consenting age. I want to make that very clear. Do not ever hurt people, and there is an age of consent. You can debate semantics all you want, but that's just fucking fact of life. Another thing is we have property rights. I don't have everything written down, so I'm not going to go on a whole spiel of what I think liberty is and all this stuff. Maybe sometime later, because I don't. After what I've seen, I don't think that I could go back to a normie life. And seen on both sides. You know, like the left with Charlie Kirk, you know, they're being fucking assholes. You know, because Charlie Kirk was a great person. You know, again, disagree with what he said, but you know, he was open to conversation and everything like that. On the flip side, that doesn't mean you get to act the same way when someone else dies. We're supposed to be adults, no matter what way you lean. So, that's all I gotta say about that. This isn't about that. I'm waiting for more info to come out. I'm not a fucking lawyer. You know, I don't know vernacular like that. I'm just a guy on the internet that's pretty computer savvy, so it's pretty good at knowing how to root out fake news, rooting how to like fact checking stuff, and knowing how to verify if something is AI or not. Because like, come on guys, what the fuck? But okay, so here's another planter and stuff. There. And then another reason why I wanted to do this is because what we saw with the George Floyd stuff is that, yeah, it got rowdy, but it got worse as people came in to our state, to our city to start trouble. And that pisses me off. So I'm trying to clear some of the murky waters before it pops off, because someone has to. So that's that. Here's the rock around. Look at how gorgeous that is. It's so much better in the summer. Like, just running around here is so so good. And there's other people running around and like never had an issue at this park here. So, with that said, I have seen homeless people around, you know, back in COVID era, but recently I have not. So, there's you on the table, but I mean, like, there's people walking around. So, but I'm not gonna get them on camera because I'm not like that. It is quite icy on this path, but we live in Minnesota, land of the cold air. So, what can you do? But it is a lovely day outside. Like, I'm sweatshirt, t-shirt, nothing. It's fine. Love it. Alright. So at first I was looking, like, I was wondering what this was. You know. And I'll show you here in a sec. But it was a little shack. I wasn't sure if, like, something the city set up or something like that. So I just went to investigate. This is the shack that I'm talking about. So let's go take a look. What? I feed Minnesota. Alright. Finally got up here. So I was investigating and I was like, oh, what is this? Well, it's a chate or nitric. Crazy. This is just kind of like a community thing that the community puts it down together. I mean, I don't ice skate, but I might actually have to bring my my girlfriend down here. Here's that list is just essentially lists all their ice rinks. Alright, let's going. Here's the community center, just the outreach center. This is actually where we vote to. Not that you're asking, but just in case, you know, someone's where, you know, I don't know. Okay. Again, I am not good at talking, so, well, I may have picked up the bug from my girlfriend. Porta potty. I believe that's usually closed in like the winter though. It's, if I remember right, because not right now, but like when there's not ice around, I'll go run around here during the winter, and that's usually locked. So again, whatever. Here's our community center. It's small, but cool. I mean, you know, community is supposed to be there for each other, right? So, Here's the watering hole, like stuff for the little kiddos in the summer. You know, community, right? Community over everything. And then just the playgrounds. Oh, here's some stuff. Powderhorn hotties fight back. Take that how you will. Freedom of speech. That's all I'm gonna say. Freedom of speech. And we're actually going to go up here, that way we can get a kind of wide eye view of just the park and stuff. I think that might be a really cool way just to kind of get an overview. Well, I don't know, if you guys want me to go down there, I could come back, and if you guys want to show you down there, there's nothing down there of any circumstance. There's horseshoe pits, there's benches, you know, normal park crap. You know, and if we want to have a conversation about funding, that's completely fucking different. Like, cause we do have an extreme a lot of fraud here in Minnesota, and that falls on both parties' shoulders. The Democrats let it happen, but the Republicans knew. Like, you couldn't fucking tell me that there wasn't one Republican that knew, that wasn't willing to blow the fucking whistle, and we had to wait for Nick. And thank you, Nick, for putting that out. That, I will say that, thank you, because you started it. I'm hoping at the end of this, Minnesota will be able to start healing, and you helped with that. So that's all I'm going to say about this video on that, for those that are watching for 28 minutes. I don't see any propaganda on these sides other than what we saw with, that was over where the mob was, or sorry, over where the large group of people was over in the corner of the park. So let's see here. It's a beautiful day out. If I was in shape, I'd go for a run. This seems to be as big as a workout as any. So. Alright, so just gonna pan over and just give you kind of a wide view of the park, because you know I do love this park, man. I really like this. My water bottle down, make sure I don't kick that. So we got Midtown over there, you know, just for the elder towners, don't know where this is, which is like a block away from Lake Street. Down there we have baseball fields. I see people play soccer there all the time too. And then over here we have the lake. Or well, not I don't know. I'm not a city boy, so I'm gonna call that a pond. But to each their own. Whatever. All right. Don't need to agree with your opinion, but that's mine. It is a pond, not a lake. Now, there we go. And then there's a chateau over there. It's really fucking cool too. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know.